H2Lo, and we are crazy about saving water. That's actually what brought us all together as a team this weekend. It was really simple. There was a big problem, and we wanted to throw our hats in and try to solve it. So wasting water is definitely H2Lo. And we think that the biggest offender are residential irrigation systems. As you can see, watering your lawn while it's raining out, or as I mentioned on Friday, watering your lawn in the October. It's something that we could really get together around as a team and do our best to come up with a solution. And we think we have one. So we're going to talk about it. These are some other solutions that are out there that we know people are trying to solve this problem, water conservation, for your various devices and appliances. You can see that they do save you a certain amount of gallons per year, and there is an upfront cost to getting some of these. We just believe that one of the components that's kind of left out right now are your existing irrigation systems. In Colorado, we use about 50% of our water on irrigating our grass and landscaping. And so we think that if we could carve off about 5 days on average a month, we could save you 3,000 gallons. And that's a ton of water. So we'll go to the next slide. There are some products out there. I'm sure you guys all know about them. We found them at Home Depot. We've done a little research on them, and for some reason we don't know exactly why they're not being adopted. But we do believe that there's a good class to do with either cost, ease of installation, or I guess we have just plain annoying. So we think we've come up with something, and we'd like to share it with you. It's cheap, it's easy to use, and we use off-the-shelf technology. And so we're going to dive into a quick demo program.
This is the sprinkler that you've got in your home. And
No, we'll get to that. So this is H2Lo. Again, we think that there is a huge need for the utilities to conserve water. We think that there are a large amount of families out there that believe in conserving water, in turn saving money, and also creating a brighter future for their children. We think that we can help with that. And we're talking about existing irrigation systems here too. The ones that are going to probably be in for the next 10 to 20 years. As is mine. Mine's been for, I think, a good 10, 15 years. And so yeah, this is a product for that. So we got an account set up, and so we'll go to the profile. And our concept here is that we could create an account with Denver Water, for instance, simply using your account ID. And by getting connected with Denver Water, we can get some usage data information. And so we aren't going to be in the analytics space of this, but we can show you that we can pull in information, and we may show you some graphs and stuff of your daily usage or your monthly usage, things like that. But the real key is actually getting connected to a device that can help us with this. And thanks to a lot of iterative work and help from an outside source of one of our teams, actually Mike, where he kind of pointed us in the right direction of Mimo. I really appreciate that. We came up with a pretty good solution. So if we go to devices, you can imagine device tab. So you can imagine we've already kind of hooked up this Mimo, right? And what we really want to do is make it easy for you to conserve water. So we have these usage profiles. Basically what we want to do is between weather data and then maybe there's tiered pricing too on some of your water. I don't know if you know that, but if you go over 11,000 gallons, your price of water actually goes up. And so we want to make it really simple to kind of make a choice on where you want to be and whether you're like an eco-hero or someone who's just still a little skeptical and wants to see how this thing works. So you can imagine right now that if there's a 65% chance of rain, we're out there and we're still on the getting in the know setting. So let's say we were to switch to average Joe, where we actually see a 40%, but we want to probably turn on the sprinkler first. So this isn't all hooked up, but getting a know, so you can imagine your sprinkler is running right now, shooting out water, and it's raining. And you decide that you need to become average Joe. So by clicking on this, we would send information to the Wemo, which would then shut down your sprinkler system. And the great thing about the Wemo is it's right here. It plugs into any outlet. You guys don't know that. It's got a Wi-Fi switch, and then basically you can plug your sprinkler right in here, existing sprinkler, and all we'll do is just power your sprinkler. And because they're battery backed up, your system, your memory, your cycles still stay in place. But all we do is just ensure that you don't water that day. And we really want to work with Denver utilities so that when there's like a water ban, they can do the same thing, right? Like imagine you could just send something out to your profile, and our Wemo just shuts off power your sprinkler system for a day. So yeah, set it, forget it. That's our goal. We know we've got to work with the algorithms a little bit and figure out the best way to do it. But we really want to keep it to 2, 3 little usage profiles. You set it, and then you forget it. And you can go out on vacation, things like that, and we'll make sure that we're regulating water with your existing systems.